Well, every episode can't be amazing. Taito Basketball's a bit weird because it's not by Taito. Yes, even though they have their subsidiary Disco on the sideboards of the court, Taito had nothing to do with this one. Instead, it was developed by Icom, who had already made 2 previous basketball games on the Famicom. The, it's fine I guess, Morero Jr. Basket, and the, how did you find this in any way acceptable, Zenbei Pro Basketball. Taito Basketball was published in the US by Sammy, and that's who Taito licensed the game from. Presumably they went after the game to try to cash in on some growing interest in basketball in Japan. The warranty card in the box for Taito Basketball still gives the game's title as Ultimate Basketball, so presumably that name change was made very late. Unfortunately, Taito Basketball is pretty awful. When you start the game, you're given the choice of playing a single match or taking part in a 4-round tournament. Then you select your team, and there are different stats for all of the players, though it's really hard to see them. The only way that you can see your players' stats is if one of them has been ejected from the game, or a foul has been committed on you. In that case, you can hit select, and you can see the different players that you have, their stamina levels, and swap out who's active on the team. On the court, B jumps, and if you have possession of the ball, pressing B again while you're in the air shoots. If you're right at the basket, you'll go for a slam dunk, and you'll have a little meter where you have to press B at the right time to make the shot. If you're on defense, pressing A attempts to block or steal the ball, something that I only got to work once while I was playing. And if you have the ball, then it passes. Passing is one of the major problems with this game. There is an arrow that should be over the head of a player when you're pushing towards them to indicate that they would receive the pass. In practice, it tends to bounce around the court a lot, and as a result, you're going to often throw to the wrong person and get your pass intercepted. Making matters worse there, the court here is tiny. It feels like it's the size of a living room, and the AI players crowd you a lot. When you're passing the ball in from out of bounds, it's not uncommon for the AI players to just stand there and prevent you from ever being able to pass in. If your players never move into a position where they're clear, which is something that happens over half the time, then all you're really doing is passing the ball to the computer. The AI can essentially intercept a pass if the ball crosses their sprite, and considering the tiny size of the court and the big size of the sprites, they're going to take the ball from you a lot. And worse, they run up to you constantly, which if you're just trying to move down the court, means you're going to always be fouling them. Your options are basically get a foul called on you, stand still and let them steal the ball from you, or pass and let them intercept the ball. The computer did foul me 2 or 3 times during the matches I played, but it was relatively rare for that to occur. Taito Basketball is another one of those games that no one even remembers. A game where this video, even at its short length, is the largest amount of commentary on the game ever. Nobody goes back and plays it, nobody remembers it, nobody talks about it. This is just totally mediocre. A game that doesn't even represent its sport particularly well. The most notable thing in it is that it manages to give at least some of the players a bit of character. But that's just a graphics flourish. Playing the game itself is a miserable experience. If you were going to play an 8-bit basketball game, it definitely would not be this one.